Good morning. My name is Watermelon Dreams, but you can call me Clyde. So, you may know me as that channel that creates gotcha videos and who did anime at one point and who also sung. But that's besides the point. The point is, today I'm going to show you a bunch of Pokemon I made because I I like making Pokemon. Two things before we start. One, my recording stuff where it might make me sound a bit more higher pitch than I should, and that's a little weird. And secondly, these things right here, they're called Chimenji, and they're basically just little guys that run around the screen. So, they're not going to do much. They're just going to walk around. With that out of the way, here we go. So the first one I'd like to bring your attention to is going to be that you may notice that there are quite a few Pokemon in here. You may also notice that there doesn't seem to be any sort of fire starter. That's because I haven't drawn them yet. I also apologize for the unprofessionalness of the video, as I have yet to put the time and effort into editing a proper video. But regardless, this will serve for now. So the first thing I'd like to show you is the grass starter, which is Chickpea. It is the potted Pokemon. It is a grass type. And its dex entry reads, this Pokemon hatches from a terracotta-like egg and will hold at least some of its eggs remains even when it evolves. They prefer to stay with one or both of their parents and will tense up when something bigger intimidates them. Here they are right here. You can see that down here, this terracotta-like egg thing is the egg which they've hatched out of. Right there, they have like these little bean sprouts for sections, and there's even terracotta markings on their cheeks because it comes from chickpea, which is a type of, bean sprout, and chicks are birds. As you can probably tell, this Pokemon is based off the extinct animal of the dodo bird. Anyways, let's move on to its evolution, which I think you'll get a real kick out of. Dovergreen. I don't know why it's different, but regardless. It's a grass flying type, and its dex entry reads, despite being a flying type, this Pokemon is unable to fly or even glide for short distances. Like Doduo should, but I think if I remember correctly, it actually can fly. Doduo that is, not this Pokemon, because I'm not Game Freak, I'm not crazy. It instead prefers to use its legs to run from danger, although it's been shown to not make very good decisions. Because dodos are dumb. Anyways, when it evolves, its body becomes more bark-like, because it's starting to become a tree, like an evergreen tree. And its tail is now sort of a branch with a leaf on it. It's gone from a bud in its antennae to leaves, right here, and it started to sprout legs using its terracotta-like egg shell bit, which is pretty cool. So, here's something interesting about its final evolution. We're going to have to go to another page for this one. And I think I've shown this off before. Terrurian. This is the final evolution. It changes its secondary type twice, in that it's not only a grass flying in its second stage, but it becomes grass dark in its third stage. This Pokemon is based off the Terror Bird, and also Hyperion tree. Yes, the Hyperion tree, which is one of the tallest trees in the world, also known as sequoias. Regardless, here's its entry. This Pokemon used to be the dominant species several hundreds of years ago, but unlike most fossils, has continued to thrive to this day, despite not being the predator it once was. In modern times, it uses intimidation tactics to capture its prey. It's still kind of stupid, like its original, but it's kind of learned its weaknesses, I think. So here, we've got its scary mouth, and it also has, like, its ears have become trees, its tail has become a tree, and it's lost the feathers on its wing bit because, as you may know, terror birds didn't have that. It's also used the terracotta bits to as like guarding for its legs, which makes it look cool and is also important. And that is the grass starter of the region. I've once again already said that, like, I haven't drawn the fire type for this region because, like, it's kind of difficult for me to draw what I have in mind, but once it comes out, it's gonna be kind of cool, I think. Anyways, here's the water starter, Earworm, the stuck Pokemon. It often repeats a melody it has heard before over and over until it can no longer stand it. However, it will be quiet and help other louder Pokemon singing. It will be quiet and help other louder singing Pokemon be heard. So this is the Music Worm Pokemon. It's a pure water type, and it's a worm. You can see its head is shaped like a music note. It looks like it has earmuffs on, and its face is kind of a reference to the to the Lemon Demon album Touchtone Telephone. If you've ever listened to Lemon Demon, he's a good band. It also looks like it's wearing a turtleneck sweater like some music fans do, and it has notes-ish beats on its belly. So that's cool. Let's move on to the second part of this thing, which is Kratal, which is the stagehand Pokemon. It is a water dragon type. Its dex entry reads, Kratal will clear the way for its evolution to perform by headbutting any Pokemon in the way. They will also defend their evolution from harm during the duration of the quote-unquote concert. You'll get more context into that soon, but here it is. It keeps its Lemon Demon reference, but it also has like this one singular horn that's shaped like the microphone headphones that stagehands wear on their heads. It also takes inspiration from sea crates with its striped tail, and at the end of its tail it has like a boom mic here. It still keeps the other parts of its evolutions, and it also has a pump, like the turtleneck and the music notes, and you'll see the concert thing in a moment. But anyway, the final evolution is going to come up here. This is Lock and Rock, which is the Loch Ness Pokemon, which it's still a water dragon type. Lock and Rock will host quote-unquote concerts consisting of Kratals and other water Pokemon. In these, Lock and Rock will wail with such force that its audience will be in awe, and some trainers may end up with minor ear damage. So here it is, Lock and Rock. You can see that in the thing, it's kind of submerged in the water, not all of it is shown, but it's basically, your typical depiction of a Loch Ness monster. Just want to make sure it's still recording. Okay. It has these wings, which are purely for decoration, don't you worry. It has this tail, which kind of looks like a guitar, like a rock and roll guitar that rock stars play. And it also has the eye details on its face that kind of makes it look like David Bowie, almost, in like that punk mohawk and the stripes. That's basically the theme. So the main theme for those is that the earworm line, the water type line, basically is like the fan of the music, the guys who help make the concert stand out, and the main star of the show himself. With the grass type line, you have a small extinct bird who becomes a bigger, taller extinct bird, and then you have the tallest extinct bird, and in the process you lose that flight in becoming more powerful. I guess there's something to be said about sacrifice there. Anyways, I'm not sure how much time I have left on this video. if OBS like limits the stuff, but we're gonna keep going with the pikaclone of this, because like every single region ever has a pikaclone, and if they don't, then I don't know. Oh, we're going on for 10 minutes, cool. Anyways, this is Decamouse, which is based on the Decamark Pokemon. If you've never heard of Decamark, let me look it up for you. Basically, it's a Pokemon glitch, which is basically a glitch Pokemon. It's a lot more obscure than like Missing No and stuff, because like I didn't want to make a Missing No Pokemon or a Bad Egg Pokemon, but this Pokemon is basically like what happens when you try to hack a Pokemon in. It can be one of the things because um it it it's not supposed to be there. It's a bootleg. Bulbapedia has a lot better answers. But this is basically the Pika clone of the region. It is a mystery type, which is a brand new type. It basically, what it does is that it mimics the type. This is just improvised after all. Hold on. I think what would be best and most balanced is that mystery type mimics the type of the Pokemon that is being fought against. So if a mystery type goes against a dragon fire type, then that Pokemon becomes a dragon fire type for the duration of the round. And I think maybe it would make it more fair if it only did this like towards the first Pokemon, or it could probably change its type to be the facing Pokemon, but regardless. Um so this is Decamouse, which is based on like Decamark, the glitch Pokemon, and Mouse, which is what Pikachu is based off. And the exact spelling of Maus is kind of based off this one guy who wears a mouse head and does dubstep. I don't remember his name, but it probably had mouse in the title. But regardless, here's the Pokedex entry. No one is sure if this Pokemon is an ancestor, a descendant, or simply unrelated to Pikachu. The white dot-like cheeks on its face are actually its eyes. So yeah, here it is. Get out of the way. Hold on. There we go. So it basically has that shape, and it has a question mark in the middle of its forehead. So these are the eyes, and this is the mouth, and those are notifications, which you should probably ignore. And its tail is also a question mark, and it has 4 hands. No, 6 legs. It has 6 legs because I think that'd be really cool in a Pokemon variation. Pikaclone. To slightly break away from convention without, breaking too much from convention. Because you can't really say that, like, you wouldn't make a Pokemon that looks like a Voltorb and call that a Pikaclone, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. There's one more thing I want to show off, and I think I've showed it off before. I'm choosing it right now. I'll talk about these other Pokemon later, but for now, I think this would be best for a first Pokemon video. So, this is UB Pride. It's an Ultra Beast I've created. I'm going to show you the art early. So, this is its face. It's a dark normal type. It has these eyes on its cape, and it has this really big psychedelic rainbow mirror. And it's very shiny. And its mirror also has legs. And its horns look like a crown. And it's kind of evil looking. Here's what the original sketch of it looked like. So UB Pride is a dark normal type, and it's a pride beast. Since the Ultra Beasts are based off the 7 deadly sins. So, this Pokemon is impossible to properly describe the height of, as it appears differently to certain researchers. Its mirror body has been known to show illusions capable of capturing the trader's mind. Shut up, notifications. And either showing them indescribable pleasures or brutally traumatizing torture. It's weird, because pride takes a lot of forms for me. It's like sins and stuff. I should probably do an Ultra Beast video, like more Ultra Beasts, but I don't know if anyone would be interested in that or if anyone's actually going to watch this video. But regardless, thank you for watching. I hope that this hasn't been too much of a weird experience, and I hope to see you later. See ya. Bye.